This one mental shift makes starting less painful. You ever notice how starting is always the hardest part? Not finishing, not even doing the work, just starting. You open your laptop, you look at the assignment, and suddenly your brain wants water, snacks, a new life. It's not that you can't do it, it's that something about starting feels painful. And for the longest time, I thought I was just lazy, but I wasn't. You're not either. There's actually one small mental shift that makes starting way less painful. And once you get it, things change fast. Here's the problem. Most of us treat starting like a performance. We think, if I'm going to start, I need to be focused. I need to be motivated. I need to do it properly. So your brain goes, oh, this is serious. And serious means energy, effort, pressure. Of course you avoid it. Your brain is wired to conserve energy. It doesn't hate work. It hates uncertainty and big effort spikes. When a task feels big, your brain reacts like it's a threat. Heart rate goes up a little. Chest feels tight. You suddenly remember 5 easier things to do. Sound familiar? Here's the shift. Stop trying to start the task. Start the smallest possible action. That's it. Not write the essay. Open the document, not study biology. Read 1 sentence, not go to the gym. Put on your shoes. It sounds almost stupid, but it works. Because you're not fighting your brain anymore. You're working with it. Let me explain what's happening inside your head. When you start something small, your brain releases a tiny bit of dopamine. Not the Instagram kind, the progress kind. Your brain loves progress, even microscopic progress. And when it feels progress, it relaxes. Now instead of, this is overwhelming, it thinks, oh, we're already doing it. That reduces resistance. And resistance is what makes starting painful, not the task itself. I used to sit at my desk for 40 minutes just thinking about studying. The anxiety of starting was worse than the studying. One day I tried something different. I told myself, I'm not studying, I'm just opening the book. That's it. No pressure to read a chapter, just open it. I opened it. Then I read the first line, then another. And 25 minutes later, I was deep into it. Nothing magical happened. I just lowered the entry cost. That's the shift. Lower the entry cost. Here's where it gets interesting. Every time you successfully start, even small, you strengthen a neural pathway. Starting becomes familiar, less threatening. Your brain literally adapts. You increase what I like to call your mental capacity or brain volume. Not physically overnight, but functionally. More focus, less friction, stronger self-trust, but only if you repeat it. If you keep waiting for motivation, you train the opposite pathway, the avoidance pathway. And that one gets stronger too. Your brain grows what you practice, so practice starting small. Let's make this practical. Here's how to apply this shift step by step. Step 1. Shrink the task until it feels almost too easy. If it still feels heavy, it's too big. Write essay becomes, write 1 messy sentence. Clean room becomes, pick up 1 shirt. You should almost laugh at how small it is. Good. That's the point. Step 2. Remove the emotional weight. Don't say, I have to. Say, I'm just testing. That language matters. Your brain reacts differently to test than must. You're not committing to 3 hours. You're experimenting for 3 minutes. Pressure drops instantly. Step 3. Use a visible timer. Set 5 minutes. Tell yourself you can quit after. Most of the time, you won't. But knowing you can quit reduces the fear of being trapped. Your brain hates feeling trapped. Give it an exit. And it relaxes. Now let's talk about burnout for a second. A lot of us don't struggle with starting because we're lazy. We struggle because we're tired, mentally overloaded, constant stimulation, constant comparison, constant expectations. When your brain is overstimulated, even small tasks feel massive. So another part of this shift is protecting your mental energy. Less scrolling before work. More silence. Even 10 minutes of doing nothing helps your brain reset. That quiet time, it strengthens deeper thinking networks. It increases clarity, which makes starting easier tomorrow. See how it all connects? There's also something deeper. Sometimes starting is painful because you've attached your identity to the outcome. If I fail this, I'm dumb. If this isn't perfect, I'm behind. That pressure freezes you. So here's another layer of the shift. Detach your identity from the result. You're not your GPA. You're not your productivity streak. You're not one project. You're just someone practicing. When you see yourself as someone practicing, starting feels lighter. Practice implies imperfection, and imperfection is allowed. Imagine this version of you. You sit down, you don't overthink, you just take the smallest step. No drama, no internal speech, just movement. Over weeks, that compounds. You become the person who starts quickly. That identity shift changes everything. Confidence doesn't come from finishing. It comes from repeated proof that you can begin. Let's be honest, though, you won't feel like it tomorrow either. That's normal. The goal isn't to eliminate resistance, it's to reduce it, to make it manageable, to turn a wall into a speed bump. That's what this mental shift does. So here's what I want you to try tonight. Pick one thing you've been avoiding. Shrink it until it feels almost silly. Set a 5-minute timer. Start, not to finish, not to impress anyone, just to begin. And once you begin, notice how the pain drops. That's your brain learning. That's you rewiring it. Small starts, repeated daily. That's how you level up your focus. That's how you grow your mental strength. You don't need more motivation. You need lower entry points. Try it tonight. And let's become the kind of people who start, even when it's uncomfortable. Let's level up together.